Us tonight.
Hey.
Just the boys talking about boys and Bigfeets.
Bigfeets in the big yards and the backyards.
Bigfoot. Boy fucked my boy pussy.
Yeah, been there.
Alrighty. Have you listened to any of the ones with that intro on there?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, I haven't. No, yeah. I don't know how it sounds or anything because I never checked.
Sounds pretty decent.
Okay. I don't know if we need to change anything or.
It's not super loud. It works great for.
Okay. Just nice background ambient noise.
Yeah. Really gets the people going.
Okay. If I didn't focus that too much, I guess I can just pull up this screen and see. Yeah, it should be good.
Never have the social medias ready.
That's okay. Just need to get an unpaid intern.
Right. Come learn what it's like to work on a podcast.
Yeah. You can come for a couple years, work for us.
Yeah.
The potential that you may have a spot on the podcast.
We don't have any benefits yet. No 401k.
But maybe someday.
Your pay is nothing.
Sometimes I'll give you a beer when I have them.
Yeah. That depends on how thirsty he is.
Yeah. I'll give you I'll rinse it out in my mouth first like a mama bird and then spit like it's wine. Like those wine tasters. Spit that beer in there.
But yeah, it's the potential of, when we blow up, you're gonna be here.
I like how you put a pumpkin jambalaya on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put a bunch of them on YouTube. Try and get that clickbait going.
Right. If you need me to do any compilations too, we can always put them in my iMovie, and then.
Yeah.
I guess we can do that on YouTube too.
Yeah, we do most of it online.
I was gonna say yeah. If we just, I was thinking maybe with the new year, or I don't know. What day was our first one? Did we upload our first one? Do you know?
We started the YouTube account on the 12th.
But do you know what day we put our first one on? It would have to have been after New Year, right? No, it's probably right before, huh? I was gonna say it'd be cool to do take all of our favorite, because they only have shit ton of clips. Just make like a 15-minute, probably not even that, like 5-minute, 10-minute video, just like year one best of clips.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass to download all of them.
Yeah. So I was saying I could always just sit there and work on it in iMovie while we're gaming some nights. I'll just hang out in Discord and start doing that if we wanted.
Well, that's what I've been doing at home. I already have probably 30 of them downloaded.
Oh, nice.
But it just takes time to get them downloaded and then rendered.
Yeah. Cool. You prepared.
Trying, man. Trying to be on top of it.
You such a freaky girl. I love it. We're gonna start doing Man, my chair's probably super squeaky too. I'll try switching chairs today.
Yeah.
Just it's not super loud either. Just the old switcheroo, mixing things up.
I know, that's why I went to this chair. I like this chair. Even if it's missing a little wheel, it keeps me on my toes.
One little wheelins. Okay. That's a nice little change up. I like it.
Gosh.
I need to just. No, I was gonna say if I just bought another one of these and stuck that there, but then that would just be in the fucking way.
Oh yeah. That chair takes up.
Yeah.
We take away the top cushion, and then it's just perfectly lined up, so it shows our two faces through the holes.
Be pretty good. Yeah, see, now when I'm moving around a lot, it's not squeakins. There we go. Yeah, it takes a lot of work to make noise now. That one, I just go...
Right. So let's talk Bigfoot for a second.
Okay.
I know that we've kind of Are you drinking it with root beer? Damn, that's smart as hell. That probably tastes real good. We talked about our opinions on Bigfoot I don't think it's out there, right? I don't.
Nah.
Like, I just don't. I think that one video, I always forget the dude's name who made it. Or who captured it, sorry.
The famous one?
Yeah. The Reynolds? Is it Reynolds?
Yeah, it sounded like some, like, standard white person last
Yeah.
name.
It just... I think it's a guy in a suit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they proved it was. One of them was. We've talked about that, too, how the kid found all this shit. But...
Well, and then, like, all the footprints and stuff, like... Do you know how good people are at making props nowadays?
Oh, yeah, the feet prints are the, like, easiest. Like, all they have to do is make a fucking big plaster thing. It's so easy.
We could do that.
The guys were doing it to, like, give them the old-fashioned prank. They were wearing, like, things that had the imprints on them, and then he would hold on to the truck so he would take big steps.
Oh, God, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that there's species out there that we probably haven't discovered.
Yeah, definitely, especially in, like, other parts of the world.
Amazon.
There's probably some here, too, but, like they find new apes, like, primates, species and grills, like, every 10 years or so. So
right.
Stuff like that's not far-fetched, but the fact in here in North America, the fact that there's just fourth dimension traveling Bigfoot going on.
Whoa, man. Don't shit talk the fourth dimensional Bigfooters, okay? They're a community that deserves respect.
They were... Yeah, I heard them talking at that Comic-Con panel. They told all sorts of wildness, but...
What do you think's more bullshit, Dogman or Bigfoot?
Fuck. Dogman. I'll take the Bigfoot any day of the week over Dogman. Cause...
That was one of my favorite things that I've ever had to experience, was sitting in that car, listening to that guy on Coast to Coast talk about these dogmen.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
And how he's like a middleman for them. And they can travel around and they don't kill people, but they will.
Yeah.
And then the one dude was trying to hunt the dogman.
Yeah, because he said he was like a teenager, so it didn't know the respect or whatever yet.
Yeah.
So it held grudges. It's fucking Jesus Christ, dude.
Like, is he that, like, clever?
Do you think he's... Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think he's just... Well, he could be. But...
Do you think he actually sees this stuff and he's just insane?
I don't know. My crazy-ass heroin addict neighbor. Hey, what's up, James?
Welcome back to the drunken dimension, my guy.
But, yeah, there was my neighbor, apparently. I was like, man, I bet she has some crazy stories. I should have her on here. And my parents were like, yeah, she says that her daughter sees gnomes, like real gnomes.
Gnomes?
Yeah. What's up, small guy?
What up, small?
I gotta edit the fucking... Move the chat over a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. That's my question with these people. Do they think they actually see it?
Well, and the ones that I'm more keen to believe are the ones that are like small town folk who live in like weird places that don't get like a lot of visitors.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do they just like... They probably have a lot of time on their hands to come up with shit.
For sure.
And I'm not discrediting, I'm not trying to say that they're all liars, but man, it seems kind of... It just seems like bullshit to me.
Yeah. That's a good question, yeah. I don't know if it's just that they're fucking so bored and senile, or like, or senile, or if they're just... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they believe it themselves or not.
I guess that is the question is, if you tell yourself so much that something's real, it's bound to be real.
Yeah. Why is Harry in the background and where's the Hendersons? We're talking about Bigfoot and how people are wild. I don't know. Yeah, I personally don't believe, but...
I kind of think the Yeti might be a creature, but I think it would be not like this, Sasquatch type thing, but a creature that lives in the Alps, high up in the mountain, and he might, or I don't want to say, it's not a he or she, this species of animal might just live up there, and we just haven't discovered them.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, I could see a big animal, a big hairy animal that lives at the tops of mountains. Like, that doesn't seem too far-fetched.
I've seen him. He was in Monsters, Inc.
Scully or
I don't remember.
Mike Wazowski.
It's fucking said Jesus. So I've been talking to a guy lately and found out that he doesn't like to eat ass. So I gave him an idea. I told him he could fuck my ass with a grape Laffy Taffy and then see if that's better. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm at work. Maybe the grape Laffy Taffy is the ultimate thing. But who's not eating ass in 2018?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you're talking to a boy and not a man, because men eat ass. So
it's almost 2019. It's mandatory these days.
Yeah.
Pucker up, bitch.
Eating ass was 2017. If you weren't doing it in 2017, you're just well behind the
funniest
curve.
is that comedian I was telling you about, how he talks about how he loves eating butt. And he's like it was like 2011. He's like, you hear it first, 2011. He's like a couple years from now, everyone's gonna be talking about how great eating butt is.
Eating butt.
I was like, man, he's right. Fuck.
He called it. Last social media, and I'll put down the phone. Sorry, peeps.
No, man.
I need to just...
I haven't found someone who's made me so happy for him. Well, congrats. That's good. Just tell him to eat butt. Don't be a bitch. That's the most... that's my little rule breaker. It's like talking to a chick. So you eat ass? No. Get the fuck out of here. Give him the bop. Yeah, I don't know. As long as you're happy, right? That's all that matters.
See, I would never be like, hey, you should eat my ass, because I don't want to, like, curse someone with that Snarlack pit of a mess down there. But if they go for it, I'm not going to be like, no. So, I mean...
what was I going to say? Yeah, I forgot. Anyways, James says, if a pickle ate a cucumber, is that cannibalism?
Absolutely.
I've tried. He always just goes, you're crazy. You're bugging, dog. And he has a New York accent, and so yeah, it's so nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's afraid. I don't know. Can't tell you.
Maybe he's afraid of cooties.
Yeah.
The butt cooties will get you.
The question is, the first time, do you just go for the ass eating, or do you ask? So, you want me to eat that ass, girl? Or you just go in?
Like first meeting? Like first time going down? Like, no, probably don't do that.
You don't go fuck, you're the wild card, baby.
The wild card. Call me the wild card. Woo!
Damn the meme, man. Eat ass, smoke grass, and sled fast.
Right?
Yeah.
Mine's pet kitties and suck titties.
Mine is, today I cry, hopefully tomorrow I die.
Oh, damn. Look at us. Dr. Seuss somewhere would be proud.
Oh, man. What's up with all this YouTube Rewind stuff? I haven't seen shit about it. All I know is, well, I've seen a lot about it, but I haven't watched it. All I know is everyone's talking shit on it. And saying,
so every year they do the YouTube Rewind, and...
Is it just a bunch of people got together and made one big video?
No, like YouTube hosts it, and they bring in all this type of stuff, but it was like... It was just super bad this year. They didn't have any... Because, like, there's been some big stuff on YouTube that's happened this year, but none of the big stuff was covered.
They didn't want to put, like, Logan Paul looking at bodies and stuff?
No, that would have been hilarious.
Some other YouTuber just got in trouble for it.
Really?
Yeah, and then Adam22 said, guess I'm booking my flight tomorrow.
To get that publicity.
Yeah, right. Oh, man, we should do...
I'm not about that.
I just Rocky that body.
Oh, no. One way to get extra famous, but not good famous.
Right? Oh, fuck.
Japan's like... we get commissioned and to stay in jail in Japan from America.
Right. Sorry about it. But the funniest is just so many people don't know about the tattoo thing there, you know? So, like, people go to Japan, someone's posted on Twitter before I deleted mine, and they're like, the hotel won't even let me use the gym. Like, the hotel wouldn't let them use the public gym because of tattoos.
Yeah. I've heard that it's gotten better just because of America and Western, you know, social influence, but they're still very... It's because of that gang stuff. Like, it was 100% tattoo. The only people in Japan who got tattoos were gang related. Mm-hmm. And they don't understand that that's not the situation anymore. But it, it's like there's a lot of old timer stuff here that people won't get over. Yeah. So can't blame them for not getting over something that, was a fact for them for a long time.
Yeah. When you have Jason that works with Cameron and Manuel, come on, he was telling us stories about when he was taking all his guys out or something in Japan, and they made him buy a sleeve, and it cost him like $50 because there was only one place that open. Nope. So they made him wear a sleeve. You've never had bacon?
It's the most trending memes or videos all into one video. This year has been shit. Yeah. Well, like, they didn't talk about the Logan Paul KSI boxing match, which was huge. Yeah. They didn't talk about PewDiePie or T-Series, or I don't think Mr. Beast was in there. He's like one of the top dudes nowadays, and a bunch of stuff like that. It's just, they just dropped the ball. They got a bunch of people that no one really cares about.
Yeah, I was just curious. I didn't know, because do they do like a thing where they make a video for it or something?
YouTube?
Yeah, is that what it, like, do they just show old videos?
No, like they
make new ones?
Yeah, it's like a...
That's what I thought. I thought, like, they got together, yeah.
So, yeah, they get together and make one big, like...
That's what because, yeah, I heard it was super cringy.
Yeah. Like, a couple of years ago, it wasn't bad. Like, it was like, oh, like, look at all these people who are together. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know the audience who really gives a fuck about them. Yeah. But the whole YouTube community got behind. It's, like, the second most disliked video now on YouTube. Only beaten by Justin Bieber's Baby. Yeah.
Damn.
I was watching Captain Killer Keemstar because some of his drama alerts are pretty funny. But he broke down the top 4 most disliked, or top 4 or 5 most disliked videos of YouTube. Yeah. Jake Paul's music video is like number 4. What is it? I don't know. Something gang. It's really dumb.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Infinity Warfare is like number 3. Yeah. The YouTube Rewind's number 2, and Baby by Bieber is number 1. Huh. But yeah, they just dropped the ball. They could have done a lot of funny stuff, and I think it's just YouTube is so not edgy anymore that they refuse to take any risks.
Fucking dickheads. God damn it.
I didn't realize that Jake Paul is like making a lot of money off YouTube.
Yeah. He's like, what, the second most highest paid?
Yeah, I heard all that's bullshit.
Oh, really?
Those numbers are not accurate. Oh. At least. Because, like, the Forbes company, no one knows any YouTube person's salary.
Yeah.
Like, YouTube doesn't release them. They don't have to release them. And then, by contract, you're not allowed to talk about it, I guess.
Yeah.
But, apparently, like, because, like, Jeffree Star was on that list. And everyone says that he's he blows everyone out of the water.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he makes way more money than anybody.
Yeah.
And Jake and Logan Paul are well ahead of what that number was. Because I guess they just base it off, like, they came up with some, like, algorithm, and it was based off of views and subscribers, and they just kind of made it up and guessed. Okay. Based off of what they know somehow. And I guess it was way off.
Fuck.
Every American has had one taste of bacon in their life. The only people I would think to skip bacon is women in drag. Maybe not. It's only a myth.
Hello, Mythbusters.
I've had bacon. I'm not a fan of it. I'm one of the few people who just pass on bacon.
I like it.
I know. I'm one of the few people who don't. It's not for me.
Do you like sausage?
Depends on it. What kind?
Okay. I just like fucking meat. My dad's a vegetarian, so dinner's really not meat-based. So since I don't eat bacon. Makes sense. Not me. My dad's the opposite.
For me, like, bacon's good with stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like bacon by itself.
Okay.
Like, I'll have, like, a bacon burger. That's not bad. Or if I'm, like, having, like, a breakfast meal with, like, bacon in it. I have pity for you, ma'am. Sir, you.
Yeah, I don't know. I fucking love meats.
all the meat.
Like, God, you look delicious,
So you got
Mr. Miyagi.
You could be Manuel, who bought me a turtle for my birthday and then proceeded to tell me every single time he saw me that he would eat it and eat turtle soup. I'm like, Manuel, stop. Don't eat it.
Maybe that was his plan the whole time. He wanted to fucking eat your turtle. What was it that fucking Alec and Manuel were trying to? They were talking like cow tongue or something, tacos.
Oh yeah, cow tongue tacos.
I was like, no, thank you.
That's pretty good.
That's what I heard, but it's the texture.
Just
that
close your eyes and pretend it's something else.
Oh man, I bite my tongue. I'm like, that wouldn't be good.
Well, it's cooked, so it doesn't really have that same texture.
Oof.
I've had it once. I wouldn't eat it often, but it's good.
Okay.
I'm the reason KFC is still in business.
Damn. I don't know. I like a lot of... Ooh, do you know what's really fucking good, though? Mac and cheese.
Yeah, mac and cheese is real good.
That may be one of the greatest foods of all time.
Did you know KFC has mac and cheese?
Yeah, I do for sure.
I didn't know that for a long time. I had KFC like a couple months ago, and I went with my parents to like order it or whatever. Yeah. And they're like, "What side should we get?" And I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, "Oh my god, they have mac and cheese! Get mac and cheese!"
Hell yeah!
And it's real good.
They the wing place, the like Sugar House, they have those deep fried wing bites or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or not wing, fucking mac and cheese bites.
Oh, I've never had that.
Oh, they were real good.
Wait, so they deep fry mac and cheese?
It's like mac and cheese balls, and then they deep fry them. So then just like...
Excuse me? Did you just tell me?
Apparently they're real easy to make, but fuck, they're so good.
I went to Dave & Buster's on Saturday.
How's that?
It's pretty fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that in Gateway?
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
I always forget about it. I need to go Dave & Buster's and get real plastered and play skee ball, baby.
Dude, it would be a lot of fun if all the boys got together, pre-gamed, we got fucked up, showed up to Dave & Buster's, because I've never been. It was my first time going.
Yeah, I've never been.
So they have like the arcade section, and then on the other side is like a whole entire like restaurant / bar area.
Okay.
And it's all like, that traditional kind of like, I don't know, like fan food as people call it. So I just got wings and they were pretty good, but they had like burgers, nachos, chicken, all that different stuff. But they have like all sorts of fun drinks.
Oh,
like,
damn.
I think you can get like slushy alcohol drinks.
Fuck.
Yeah. Different things like that. But the games are fun too. Like, I didn't even know how it works, but you get a little card and you charge it up with money or whatever. So it's not actually even tokens. So you go up and you put your card in.
I think that's how a lot of the new like Fat Cats and stuff are now.
Yeah, I haven't been to any
or Boondocks at least.
Oh, I have been to Boondocks and it was like that. Yeah. But yeah, like your tickets go on the card or whatever. But their prize area is actually like they have the silly shit. But like if you win like a lot, you can get like Beats headphones.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
Shit like that.
Damn.
But it was a blast, and they had like fun games. They had Mario Kart, like wheel Mario Kart.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, we might have to do that one of these weekends.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. I was gonna say something else and I totes forgot.
I want to go with Manuel. I'm gonna talk shit and beat him at every game. If you hear this, Manuel, you're going fucking down.
Damn, I was thinking something about Dave & Buster's and I was gonna say something, but I fucking forgot.
Fat Cats.
Yeah, now it's gone. Whatever.
Boondocks.
Whatever I was gonna say is gone forever.
Boondock Saints is overrated. Fight me. I don't care what anyone says. I watched that movie. Maybe I was going in with way too much hype.
Oh, I watched it again the other day. It was still real good.
Oh, I just don't see it.
I've seen it like 15 times.
I was so bored.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot.
It was like, oh. So they kill people, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like, okay. It's got the Green Goblin in it.
Yeah, it does. William Dafoe.
Yeah, the Dafoe boy.
Yeah, I was watching a whole bunch of that show Happy on Netflix. That one, that's another one. I don't know if you would like it or not, because it's so over the top. Like, maybe if you went in knowing it was over the top, it's a TV series, but...
Is it animated, or is it...
It's he sees an imaginary unicorn. Where did I put that? Right there. And yeah, it's a wolf. Like, yeah, it was so over the top, but I fucking love it. It gets a little boring sometimes. I fast forward. But
you gotta be the worst person to watch it with.
yeah, I wouldn't do it if I was watching other stuff. But there's just parts when I don't give a fuck. I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was constantly showing commercials for this. Yeah.
That's a series? I thought that was
It's a whole TV series, yeah.
Oh. Because isn't that the guy that's in Stranger Things?
I think so, yeah.
The cop or whatever?
Yeah. And he's fucking, like, so, like, what, like, the basic kind of stuff is, that, you know, spoiling TV show stuff. He was, like, an ex-detective, like, one of the best detectives, and I can't remember where they are. And now he's just, it hasn't showed why he's not a detective anymore, but he's just fucking off the rails, blasting fools and doing drugs and getting drunk. And then the one time, like, because, like, it's like it's imaginary friend. It's someone's imaginary friend, but he can see it.
Okay.
And it, like, so he was trying to get guns and money, so he was playing poker, and he thought it was just at first just part of his, like, you know, he's like, thought he was going crazy, and, like, but he was having it look at all the cards while he was playing poker. And then the one dude freaks out and smacks the cocaine on the table, and then just the fucking imaginary unicorn just, all of a sudden his eyes go all red and he's just flying around. Yeah.
Now, okay.
He's like, it feels like I'm being touched by God.
Have you watched the Ryan Reynolds movie where he works in this weird factory?
Yeah, and talks to the cat and the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I don't know, it keeps popping up on all, like, best of independent films.
How?
I don't know. Like, it's because it's that style. It's independent film style. Like, one of the people rated it top independent films of all time or something. It's wild. Those are my kind of movies, though. The weirder.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is like, did you like that one?
Like, it was wild. Like, I want to say it's one of my favorites. Oh shit! I don't know why I typed independent. What's it called? Do you remember?
I have no idea. How can it be an independent film if it's Ryan Reynolds?
Because I think it was one of the Sundance or something.
Oh.
Like, I don't think it went to a big box office or something. The Voices, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Like, they were talking about it on Reddit and stuff. Like, so it got a 4-star on Rotten Tomatoes, 75%. That's better than a couple of the Star Wars.
It's better than a lot of movies.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Because I watched it and I thought it was... Like, I get the independent film thing. Don't get me wrong.
Like, people were talking like, man, this is right up there with Donnie Darko and stuff like that. Donnie Darko's rated one of the best movies. So
yeah.
It's a good one. I like Donnie Darko.
Yeah, I do too.
See, this guy said the thing, it's a horrible movie. Is this your review?
You found my reviews.
Yeah, I don't know. People, I think people are just barely finding it. Probably because it was on Netflix or something.
Yeah.
So I had never heard of it until like a couple months ago.
Yeah, I watched it a while ago when it first got put on Netflix, and I remember why, because I got notified.
Oh.
It was like Ryan Reynolds voices or whatever. I'm like, oh, what's this? And I started watching. I'm like,
fucking...
what the fuck is going on here?
It was a wild.
You can talk to the animals, and he's working at this weird factory. Like,
talking to the heads.
Have you seen
the cat's the best part about it though, because it's just his voice, but it's the fucking cat. Ugh.
Does KFC deliver with Grubhub? Yes.
I guess.
Yeah, it does. Have you seen the most 80s and best movie of all time? It's called Miracle Mile.
Do you know what my dad
I don't think I have seen Miracle Mile.
Do you know what my dad loves? I don't know if you've seen Turbo Kid.
Turbo Kid?
Yeah, my dad loves it. It's a really dumb one, over the top, but my mom hates it. But like, my mom hates it so much. It is wild.
Oh, it looks weird. It looks like a Wes Anderson movie.
It's like the end of the world, and I think this might have been an independent film.
Never mind. I take that back. That was disrespectful. Oh yeah, I see.
Like,
I see why it'd be weird. Is it a new movie?
It came out in 2015. Yeah.
Turbo Kid.
Yeah. They just ride bikes everywhere. So like when it's like a chase, it's just him on the bike riding away.
Jesus.
My dad loved it, and my mom thinks it's the dumbest thing she's ever seen in her life.
Use her on the right, maybe left for you. How did you get your godly beard? Just time. Just
time and genetics.
Time and genetics. You just grow it out and trim it when it needs to be trimmed, and use oils and
lots of semen.
Lots of semen. Semen's really good for facial hair.
Just hella nuts. Every single strand of hair is another dead sperm cell.
Yeah, it keeps it actually moisturized, and it always smells like chlorine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good for the nasal passageway. Speaking of that, I got somehow, I'm not trying to pick my nose on stream, I rubbed my nose today and it hurt really bad, and I was like, what the fuck? And I got a scab from I think a part of my nose broke.
Oh Jesus!
Because I can feel the bone moving around in there.
Oh God!
And there's a scab, so I don't know if I
hit your nose while you're sleeping or something.
Fractured my nose maybe.
Fuck.
It doesn't hurt, but I can feel the bone moving, and that's probably not good.
Probably not. I got a nice deviated septum, I think.
Yeah.
I can never usually breathe through my right nostril. If you look at my nose too, it's not perfectly straight on. Yeah. I'm like fucking Gosling. Oh no, it's his eyes.
Oh yeah, his eyes.
Who is it? Has a Owen Wilson? No, I don't have an Owen Wilson nose. I think I got a bump on there.
Wow.
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 What if we had special guest Owen Wilson?
I don't know what I would say to him. Hey.
You see a lot of titties? You know he's a really good skater.
Yeah. His old skating videos are hilarious.
Yeah, they are.
Because he was a punk-ass motherfucker.
Right. And same with the dude from Mallrats and Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, yeah.
The tall guy. And my name's Earl. I always forget his name, but he was a professional skater.
Right.
It's weird. Because you don't see many tall ones. Skaters are usually shorter. But, he was pro. So
when's P-Rod going to be in movies? I'm still waiting. I don't even know if he professionally skates anymore.
Either. He's pretty old now. Not pretty old, but for a skater.
Well, yeah, skating's not an old man thing. Your ankles can only take so much.
Yeah, let's see. Paul. Oh, Pal.
Pal Gasol?
What's that new kid's name? Well, that's not him.
His dad.
That's his dad?
Yeah, his dad's famous.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There he is. I was like, what the fuck? He really aged. I guess he's 33.
Yeah, but that's 33 years of...
Nigel Houston's who I'm thinking of. He's super good.
I mean, he's old now compared to the... There's this little young kid who's fucking a monster. He's 14.
That used to be Nigel. I didn't know he was fucking that old
he was
now.
ginormous.
Yeah, he used to have the long hair.
I can't remember the kid's name. He's crazy good.
Damn, all these guys are getting so torpedo. I haven't watched any skating stuff in so long, though.
Really?
Hey, look. He has been in movies. Sweet Dreams.
The boy.
Vicious Circle. Yeah, right. Forecast. Those are some A-list movies.
Yeah, he's only 5'7".
Yeah.
He looks taller compared to all the rest of them.
I think that, let's click on Nige again. What's his name? Chris Cole. Chris Cole's pretty tall, I think. I guess I could click on his name. He'll tell me. 6'1".
Yeah.
Yeah. Danny Way. Damn.
See, every year I watch the X Games, all the skateboarding, and
yeah.
Just because I'm jealous, because I always wanted to know how to skateboard, but skateboarding is not a fat person activity. As much as I want it to be, it's not. Longboards are fun. I can longboard kinda now.
Yeah.
But
no, fuck, give me that.
It ain't easy being cheesy on a skateboard.
Right. Eric Costin's 43.
Rob Dyrdek's 44.
Yeah.
Fucking old man.
Stefan Janoski. I was like, am I wearing his shoes? But I'm not. I need a new pair. All mine are all old and beat.
I wonder if he has any new shoes.
He's got some real cool ones.
Yeah.
The ones I was, because my mom's like, because, my dad didn't want to do Christmas at all. I was like, oh, I'm buying you something you need. I was like, a pair of shoes, that's all I need, because all mine are all beat up. She's like, okay. So there was these one, Hold on. Oh. I think I spelled it wrong. Nope. But there's these ones I want. Fucking. That are super fucking cool. They're the same color. It's so funny. It's the same exact color. These ones. As my other ones, my slip-ons.
Yeah.
But I want those.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah. There's so many of them. Like, different looking ones. They have the athletic ones now. But they're so comfortable, too. I like how they have, like, Tim... Because those are athletic ones. Because they're the Maxes.
Weird.
That's a weird shoe.
Looks like it'd be heavy, but it's probably light as shit.
Huh. Why all of a sudden you want to say, "You're a wizard, Harry"?
Hey, man. What's his butt's the coolest character in that show?
You're a hairy wizard.
What's his name?
Oh, I don't remember.
Drawing blanks. Hagrid.
Hey, Hagrid. Come here, Hagrid.
I'm trying to take you to school.
Pound. Oh.
What?
What? Let's say Pound Town.
Oh, trying to take you to Pound Town.
No.
Oh my. Oh my.
Do you think there is any pedophiles at Hogwarts?
Sure hope not. Definitely.
Because I see once a week there's a woman teacher having sex with her students. So, you know, statistically speaking, there's gotta be one at Hogwarts, right?
Definitely.
Which one, though? Umbridge?
Umbridge. She's sleeping with Draco.
Damn, he's giving her that mouth boy.
Yeah.
Damn. Let's look at Hogwarts teachers. And I'll tell you which ones.
It's all about McGonagall, dude.
Professor. Oh, damn, I need a list. Hogwarts staff, Wikipedia. Damn, I don't get pics though.
Damn. Can't send pics.
I need pics with my...
I sent you a picture of my dick. Please respond.
There we go. That bitch, probably.
I don't even know which one that is.
I don't know. That's the only one I could think.
I like the one to the right of Hagrid.
Where's he at?
Top left.
Oh, yeah. Still like that guy. Didn't he have Homeboy on the back of his head or something?
Yeah.
That's fucking weird. This guy, for sure. He's got cameras hidden in the locker room.
He's got a cat, though.
Is he like the caretaker or something?
Yeah.
Why do they have fucking Lego version of him up there?
Because Lego Dumbledore is more powerful than regular Dumbledore.
Oh,
Don't you know?
I stopped a picture or video on my phone when I was watching it the one time, and I got where Harry's trying to get him to drink the water, and then I was like, "Drink your guy." I kept calling him Gandalf just to be a dick on there. I was like, "Drink your medicine, Gandalf," because then he goes, so I was doing the voices for it.
Drink your medicine, Gandalf.
Do you know what scene I'm talking about? I'll
No.
show you, then you'll get it, because it's real funny.
I don't know what that was.
What's his real name again? Not Gandalf.
You sure it's not Gandalf?
Yeah, what's his name though?
Dumbledore?
Dumbledore, yeah. Say his name.
Drink your medicine.
I'll hurry and just mute it. No.
Oh, yeah, and
Then he won't drink. Go on. Come on, go to it. It's when Harry's trying to make him, but he won't. This is right here. Oh no, that's where he is drinking it. Where is it? Where he's like, no.
I don't know.
Drink your medicine. No. Damn, I'm definitely gonna start doing actual voiceovers.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I'll just sit here, because then we could just, get the video and then download. Damn, that's a real good idea.
I'm down to do it.
I think I want Dumbledore to sound like this. Oh, hello. No, maybe Or, come here, buddy. Yep, that's that's what Dumbledore sounds like now. Hey, come here, Harry. Put your fucking pajamas on.
You ready to see my phoenix?
Get that fucking golden snicket. What's it called?
Snitch.
Snitch. Yeah.
Snicket. I've got a golden snicket.
Ride your broom, Harry. Regulators.
Regulators.
Mount up.
What would Harry's voice be?
Oh, I'm Harry Potter.
That makes sense.
And then Ron. Hey, babe, no, I gotta think of Ron.
You gotta get your neck back. Come here, Hermione.
Yeah, that's Ron for sure. Oh man. And then Hermione just has my regular voice.
Right.
Hey, come here, Harry.
Right. Shut up, Ron.
I'll just do me, but like, Harry, hey, what are you doing there, Harry?
Right.
And that's all Hermione is. Precious. I don't know who's gonna sound like that.
Fucking Snape.
Snape, yeah.
Damn, that guy's dead. R.I.P.
Draco. Come here, buddy.
I'm Draco Malfoy.
I'm gonna run out of voice. I gotta practice my voices. I think I got like 4.
Who said Lego?
There was definitely no ex-Lego king here. You know, nothing. Excuse me, Joe. Look at this red light. What? Was a crazy... Wait.
What's a Lego king?
What you saw was a crazy pedo Hagrid.
Oh. Damn.
Ooh.
Watch out for pedo Hagrid.
Yeah. Don't want that.
Hagrid's gonna...
Hagrid's gonna sound a little like this. Like he hits the sauce a little too much.
Sounds just like the fucking... when that giant bug in Men in Black.
You gotta do the net.
Yeah.
Give me sugar.
Yep, that's definitely what we gotta start doing in our free time.
I'm so down.
We're cutting it down to 15-minute podcasts. The rest is...
We're editing videos. We're making video edits.
Man, I can only imagine how many hours would there be more time spent laughing at the 5-second clip we did previously.
So true.
Than actually.
It'd be hard to do it like in like one take and stuff because I feel like
There's
we would just
no
start
way
laughing.
we could do one take. We would have to do it like scene by scene.
The good thing is we won't have video of us, so we could like try and
That's true.
for dying of laughter.
Yeah. All we have to do is record a quick thing because it would be hilarious.
The good thing is I'm sure we got some people who would join us if we need multiple people.
There's endless things we could do too.
Endless.
Just like that guy J Buddy Dubs. That's all his whole YouTube channel.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
And he's fucking.
Do you remember I know this guy's a comedian. I can't remember his name. But he was on a lot of those episodes of when the dad joke thing was out, where you would battle someone else doing dad jokes and you couldn't laugh. Do you remember that?
I remember like that being a thing because I saw Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell do it.
Yeah, one of the main dudes who was on there was a comedian, but he just does voice acting stuff, like those edits.
Okay.
And his shit's hilarious. He does a lot of animal ones. So have like 2 cats, and he's narrating the 2 cats, like talking shit.
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know his name though. The dude that's really funny is the one that my dad always watches videos. He's the one that does like the face things. Joe Rogan and Tom Segura always talk about him.
Oh yeah, that guy's funny.
He does like the Trumps and
Yeah.
my favorite ones is his Caitlyn Jenner ones.
Those are pretty good.
When he's like, Bruce Jenner killed someone, but Caitlyn's got a clean driving record, baby. Try to give me y'all serious faces like NCIS. Take a glass. Oh, serious face. Hold on. Oof.
There's a dead body over there.
Fuck. God. There you go. That was it.
How do you think they killed her?
Anal.
I was trying really hard.
That's it, just anal. She was anal to
And
death.
then you get that dun dun.
24th thieves.
Oh yeah, 24. I was getting all those shows mixed up.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Officer first, you need to go do the R kit on her.
Bum bum.
Test the anal
You
cavity.
say the R. Kelly on her?
No, the R kit.
Oh.
Because I can't say the R word.
Yeah, they're gonna. I thought you were gonna. Oh Lord. You gotta go R. Kelly on her.
Don't pee on her, Forrest.
Whatever you say, man.
I'm just like, Forrest, no, you can't pee on her. That's the victim.
Oh shit. She said you wanted a golden shower. Bigfoot stories. Not stories. Shit. The Bigfoot stories. You know what I'm saying, Holmes? Stories 2018. Did we ever look it up to see if there was... Oh, we did.
Yeah.
I want to see.
2 Bigfoot sightings on one night on July 20th of 2018.
What's this one? How 1924 Bigfoot battle on Mount St. Helens launched a legend. Or helped launch a legend.
What? There's a Bigfoot battle?
That's not too long. Okay.
Please tell me more, Forrest, about this Bigfoot battle
Okay.
on Mount St. Helens.
By Douglas Perry. What defines the Pacific Northwest in popular imagination, surely mixed of stereotypical images, comes from an average American mind. Serial killers and indie rocker. I don't really care about your... Like, you're a cool art author, dude, but just tell us the story. Let's see. So it's largely forgotten that the interpret... Let's see, hold on. I just want to hear where it starts. Oh, yeah. No one knows for sure when the Northwest Bigfoot legend truly began, but the most successful launching pad for the public's obsession with its known a battle supposedly took place in a narrow gorge on the east flank on Mount St. Helens. The gorge is now called Ape Canyon. Okay, fitting if they saw Bigfoot there. That's where, in the summer of 1924, a group of gold prospectors stumbled out of the woods, shaking and glass-eyed, to tell 7-foot-tall ape-like animals attacking them with boulders. Fred Beck, Gabe Lefevre, John Peterson, and Maurian Smith, and Smith's son Roy described coming upon guerrilla men near where they had built small cabin for their gold hunting forays. They claimed they were 8 miles from Spirit Lake when they encountered 4 large giant animals moving in the forest with erect human-like strides. I think I use erect. Like standing tall. They were on 2 feet.
They were on the feet.
They were on them foots. They're covered with long black hair. Oregonian reported, relating the descriptions offered by the men. The ears are about 4 inches long and stick straight up. They have 4 toes and...
Like my dick.
Dude, so... This is too descriptive, though. They counted how many toes the fucking thing had and weighed about 400 pounds. I don't know. They got too descriptive for me. That's where I lost them. Because, like, for me, if, like, I stumbled upon a Bigfoot, never seen one before in my life, never even heard of a Bigfoot, you stumble upon this large creature... I'm gonna tell you, like, it was tall, hairy,
well, and if
like
you're
a man.
getting attacked by boulders, last thing you're looking at is fucking...
He's got 4 toes! That's
Quick, identify him so we can tell the police!
That would have to be... I hope that just, like, a news report makeup,
Yeah.
not their story, because that's where you lose me. Taking aback the sight of the huge beast, Fred Beck fired his rifle at one of the creatures and struck 3 times. Jesus! The wounded animal toppled off a cliff. Why didn't they snatch that motherfucker? It reportedly claimed years later that a member of the party fired the shots. Violence proved a mistake. That night, the men said they were awakened to huge stones began clumping against the outside of their cabin. Then they heard and felt giant bodies slamming against the walls and door. The 8 men were seeking revenge.
Oh, no.
The beast eventually tore a hole in the roof, allowing them to target Beck. Many of the rocks fell through the hole of the roof. 2 of them struck Beck, one of them rendering him unconscious for nearly 2 hours. Jesus. Finally, the prospector said that the sun began to come up, which prompted the animals to break off their attack and slip away. So they have rifles, though, and they're not blasting these motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Gotta stay strapped always. They lacking. They got caught lacking.
Yeah, they did.
The men poked their heads out the
Sleeping,
door,
boys.
and when they decided the coast was clear, ran out of the woods. Tales of giant ape men weren't exactly new to the area. Hunters, lumberjacks, and prospectors have seen massive footprints now and again over the years. The Native Americans in the area had spoken of mountain devils, but few people seriously worried about the possibility of huge unknown creatures being out in the forest. That changed when gold hunters returned to civilization the summer day in 1924. The dramatic story of their battle with large, human-like beasts was irresistible and thus hard for people to dismiss. With news reports and word of mouth causing a local sensation, the U.S. Forest Service decided to investigate.
Oh my god, look at that picture.
Is that what they drew?
I don't know. Oh, he's a real
So
big
it's
guy.
a ridiculous picture, in case you guys are wondering. So that's pretty much the story. Now it's just kind of talking about
The Rangers going and trying to investigate it. So, here's my thing. It's 1924. These guys are up in a cabin that they just built.
yeah,
So there's probably no electricity, nothing to do.
oh, for sure.
You know, they got stickball probably. That's all their entertainment. Sitting around the fire, staying warm, start
Yeah.
telling stories. They probably come up with this fantastic story of 7 feet tall ape man, and they're probably laughing and saying how
Yeah.
good of a story that was. Like, go tell the news. News will love it.
Yeah, they would.
Because I don't buy any of that. That's
Another thing
bullshit.
that I think, it's 1924. They're still native. They still have the Native Americans like on reservations land. What if they, get rid of the fucking whitey? What if maybe local or mountain man whatever started doing crazy? I don't know, but one of them got blasted. They said, but maybe do you think maybe back then Native Americans or something made up these things and dressed in furry things and to try to scare people away?
Maybe.
I don't know. That's but other than that, I don't know. That, once they said the
If it
detail
was-
of 4 toes and
Yeah,
because I could see people trying to for some reason scare them off,
for sure.
but I don't know. Who knows?
It'd be hard to do, like, make them 7 feet tall.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my only logical, if they actually saw shit, explanation.
I know it's tough because we always are quick to doubt these stories, and maybe it is true. It's just it's another one-off thing. You're telling me there hasn't been other stories of that area?
Yeah, I don't know. The only story that's aliens. I obviously believe in them, but the famous one where the 4 loggers, I think is what they were, or miners, whatever, but the one dude got abducted, where the light chased them and stuff.
Right.
And they, the dude disappeared for like a week, and then just showed back up, and then every single one of them, except for one, took a polygraph test and passed it. And
Wow.
yeah, let's see if I can find that one.
Well, and that's the thing is,
Let's see.
I think I definitely believe in aliens, and I think they have been here. I know that's like a big controversy lately. Is a lot of people believe in them but don't think they've been here. I
Yeah.
do. I think they have.
Me too.
I've seen something that proves.
Travis Walton UFO incident. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
I've seen one thing with my own eyes that proved that there's got to be something else out
Sorry,
there,
guys. Didn't mean to whack that.
and or at least move on.
Oh,
Classic.
let's move on.com.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one's just the craziest. Yeah, see the polygraph. So this is, I don't know if you guys have heard it. You can look it up, Travis Walton incident. But there was just a bunch of loggers, and they talk about how a UFO chased them in their truck and stuff. And then the one guy got out. I can't remember what he did, but they said the light went in and he was gone. And then he showed back up like a week later. Like, I can't remember if he remembered anything. But yeah, so I'll show you the polygraph test. It says on Monday, November 10th, all of Rogers' remaining crew took polygraph examinations. It's administered by Cy Gilson, Arizona Department of Public Safety employees. His questions asked if the man caused harm to Walton. Oh yeah, so this must have been when he was gone, or when he was abducted.
Right.
So yeah, they thought he was murdered, but then he just showed back up. But yeah, so let's see, except Dallas, who had not completed his exam, thus rendering it invalid. Gilson concluded that all men were truthful. Yeah, so what it says is, he asked them if they knew if they killed him, if his body, where his body was buried. And he asked them if they saw a UFO. The all men denied harming Walton, or knowing who had harmed him, denied knowing where his body was, and they all insisted on seeing a UFO, and everything came back true. They all told the truth.
Right.
But so yeah, this is while they're investigating his disappearance. And then by Tuesday afternoon, the world's Walton's return leaked out of the public. Yeah, so he showed back up, like after they were doing a murder investigation on him. So that one's so fucking crazy.
Damn. He definitely got abducted. Well, it's like that one we were listening to in Oregon as well, where all those kids go missing.
Yeah.
Like, that stuff's
weird.
Missing
Missing 411.
Yeah, that stuff's weird too, because like the one story we were listening to where the kid apparently, like, the only logical explanation is he walked, it was like 30 something miles or whatever, from one end of this canyon area to the other end of this canyon area in like 24 hours.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, it was impossible.
Yeah, that's the missing 411s are. Do you know what's crazy right now with them happening? Is that they're people our age, and they're happening in cities now too, which doesn't make. A lot of people think it's sex trafficking, is what the whole thing is, but a lot of it, or government experiments, because, you know, like that one kid they found, just years later, they found his shoes, like, in perfect condition as the same day he left, and then his clothes, you know, and then the top half of his skull, and then one tooth.
Oh, wow.
That's all they found. Like, the top half of his skull cut off, and they had searched that hill, like, dozen times, the search and rescue. And, yeah. But this dude, I wanted to see if it was true. I just saw it pop up the other day. This dude said, that he had dressed up as an alien, kidnapped 79 people dressed as an alien to probe them. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's fake. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Because it was on the website I saw, I was like, this isn't real.
Probably The Onion.
Yeah, it was one of those. But I was laughing so fucking hard.
That could be a good site.
Yeah, I just wanted to see. That was was that MUFON?
Yeah.
Oh, I clicked. Oh, shit.
I don't know what you were on.
I didn't mean to go back that far. How did I go back 2 pages?
That double click, baby.
People share the glowing light. So, damn. The graves. So this is just people talking about getting abducted on Reddit.
Man, I'll read them.
I just wanted to see them before I want to see the website before I. Yeah, so all of them were just talking about seeing the gray alien when they get abducted. If you want to read any of them, you can.
Yeah, I mean, it's content. Okay. So these are like 9 random people's stories of them being abducted or having interesting situations happen to them. And this is from...
We'll start here because this one's the Reddit users.
The...
Reddit user UFO Probe. Oh. Little fishy username.
Alright. So this one's titled The Grays. Reddit user UFO Probe says that they were abducted multiple times up until they were 13 years old.
Then they put their Reddit name as UFO Probe.
That's hardcore.
Fuck you.
The first memory they have an abduction was when they were in first grade. They turned over in bed and saw a gray standing there. It was 2 to 3 feet tall, shorter than UFO Probe, and wearing a silky-looking black V-neck shirt. They also had a V symbol on their chest. As soon as they looked at the gray, UFO Probe blacked out. The next memory is of being woken up by their mother and told it was time for school.
Do you know what that's the fucked up about this? Is the outfit. Sounds an awfully lot like.
Yeah, just the.
This fucking exact just upside
track. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just. So they saw a gray alien wearing the Star Trek outfit.
Pretty much.
Okay, and their name's UFO Probe.
So this one's the creature.
No, sorry, I just want to make sure I had get the. Okay.
So this is from Mr. Throwaway 999. I also saw grays. Now, for people who don't know, grays are just your typical...
Your standard alien.
Yeah, like your stereotypical TV alien. Short.
Like Paul, if you've seen the movie Paul.
Exactly.
They have the tall grays or the short grays, but the grays usually mean... I don't know. Are they usually the tall ones or the short ones?
I think it could be either one.
Yeah, it's just like gray aliens. They're typical gray, big black eyes.
Yeah. So, like I said, Mr. Throwaway 999, I imagine this is also Reddit, also saw grays when they were a young child, starting around age 6 and continuing until their mid-30s. At age 6, they woke to see a gray standing in the room they shared with their 2 siblings. What the gray saw it had been, it ran from the room and then appeared to run through the closed door of Mr. Throwaway 999's parents' bedroom. When they went into their parents' room to see if the gray was there, it appeared to have disappeared. Many similar encounters happened over the next few years, although Mr. Throwaway 999 didn't talk about it much because they were scared of being teased. Although they don't recall encounters with the grays during their teenage years, Mr. Throwaway 999 had a truly terrifying experience when they were 25 and living in a third-floor apartment. They awoke to find their bed surrounded by 4 or 5 small grays and 2 taller ones who seemed to be performing some kind of operation. Mr. Throwaway couldn't move. The grays seemed to communicate through some kind of clicking noise.
That's a science?
Every once in a while, they would touch Mr. Throwaway and then with a black rod, which could cause him to black out for up to 24 hours at a time.
What the fuck?
At one point, Mr. Throwaway woke up on his back porch with no memory of what had happened.
Damn, that's crazy hearing these stories. We need to have Brianna come on and tell hers.
No.
I don't know if she would, but...
Come here. And it's funny you bring that up because I was going to say, I mean, some of this stuff I definitely think can be attested to sleep paralysis.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
It's very common with sleep paralysis, especially if you've heard... I don't know. You don't even have to hear it. It's just a common... Right. It's not that they're seeing aliens. It's just a lot of the same story with alien abduction is a sleep paralysis story. It's like they just see figures standing in their room and they can't move. That's just definitional sleep paralysis.
Right.
The weirdest, though, was how MUFON tried contacting Brianna.
Right.
And I was like, who the fuck told them that? The aliens?
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. That's kind of weird. Do you think they do testing on people?
I don't know.
Like MUFON does?
I don't know. Or just they're in contact with the aliens and... Yeah, fuck, I don't know.
It's weird.
But this Wesley story... This story, God. It's called A Bright Light. Anyways, I'll let him read it.
During her senior year of high school, Lindsay
C555.
Yeah, Lindsay C555 and her best friend were at her friend's house in Florida. They made and consumed pot brownies. Several hours later, they woke up...
This is where the story goes wrong for me. Continue.
They woke up terrified in her bed and realized they had no idea where the day had gone. An unbelievable bright light was shining in through the window and could hear a humming noise. They were terrified that Lindsay's friend offered Lindsay $20 to go check her family, make sure they were okay. Dang. The light was bright enough for it to come... It had to be from a car pulled up right outside the bedroom window, shining its headlights in. But there was a tree and a fence right in front of the window that would have prevented a car from parking there. And the house was too far from the highway for the lights to have been coming from there. Despite the noise and bright lights, none of the friends and family woke up. Years later, Lindsay believes that she and her friends were either abducted that night or witnessed someone else being abducted. Since that day, she has had the ability to mysteriously break electronic devices by going near them.
I don't like this bitch. So,
Okay.
Allegedly, we may have experience... Both of us allegedly have experience with certain things. But this story is so fucking ridiculous. They took edibles, for one, which fuck you up beyond belief.
Yeah.
And then...
That's where your day went.
Then they saw a bright... Exactly.
I think
And then
they
saw
sun.
a fucking light coming in, and it was bright, and they got...
I think those pot brownies fucked
Dude,
their day up.
They were fucked up. I've heard stories of people being so high that other people look different colors. Like,
yeah. Pot brownies fuck you up, dude. So I bet they got fucked up. They passed out. Or maybe what even makes more sense is I bet they took the pot brownies. Nothing happened. They fell asleep.
Yeah.
Because this allegedly may or may not happen to me.
Yeah.
Like not too long ago. I ate well, somebody, potentially me, maybe this is just a story.
Yes, there's people eat something.
An edible that had a hellacious amount. Shout out to Austin too, because hellacious is his word, not because
Yeah.
It had a hellacious amount of THC in it. I was super tired. I ate it. Nothing happened. I fell asleep, and I woke up like an hour or two later, just fucked beyond belief.
Yeah.
Like I was like my mouth was like, oh my god, what happened? Like, and I was just, it hit me when I was sleeping. Yeah. So I bet that's what they did.
For sure.
They ate it, got fucked up, woke up feeling some type of way, and probably the sun was out, shining through the window.
That's all that makes sense to me. They're fucking.
I don't believe that one.
That's the weed. But before, so that dude, I was telling you that my mom knows a guy, or that wants to come on here, you know?
Yeah.
And like he's super smart. He knows like tons of history stuff, but mom said he's all into conspiracy, so it seems like kind of like maybe an Eddie Bravo.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
So and my mom said he keeps saying he really wants to come on here.
Get his contact
I was gonna
info.
say I'm gonna have him, because I was like, I don't know if he wants to come on, this time of night. So maybe I'll have her talk to him and see if he wants to like Saturday during the day or something, or Sunday or Friday.
We need our own Eddie Bravo. I'll let him just sit here and be like, hey, tell your stories,
I can't remember what he was saying or something, or my mom was talking about something, and she's like, "Oh, you'd get along with Forrest," and then because he was saying something, I don't know, but yeah, I'll read this one. We'll switch off. That's just a couple left. All right, this one says 2 days vanished, and it's from the person telling the story. I assume all these are Reddit. I'm not positive, but this one is from Sad Splinter. But let me hear you check before. I'll check the chat real quick, see if anyone says anything. What's up, BR to Kill? How you doing tonight? How's Utah? A little chilly. Not too awful.
Yeah, it's decent. We're reading some UFO stories.
Yeah. All right. So this one is, like I said, called 2 Days Vanished, and the person that told the story's username is Sad Splinter. So Sad Splinter has a very terrifying tale. Several years ago, they remember on June 5th that they were eagerly looking forward to their friend's birthday 2 days from then, on the 7th. Then they woke up and it was the 7th. Okay. They had a total gap where their memory of the 6th had been. They looked at their wall calendar and saw the new writing on their handwriting from the 6th, although they didn't remember putting it there. Their friends all told them that they had seemed sad and strange the day before, although they also had no memory of that. They even prepared for the party on the 7th, but had no recollection of it. Over time, they began to think less of the strange experience, but on New Year's Day that year, they had an unnerving dream that eventually became reoccurring. In the dream, they were lying down, held back by restraints. A bright light is shining in their eyes. They could hear static, and sometimes it sounded like random words in different language. For instance, the word Brian, they now typically have a dream. The word Brian, they now typically have the dream after emotionally tiring days and are planning to see hypnotists soon. This story is all over the fucking place.
Yeah, that was way just too much.
No, yeah, so what does this have to do with aliens, dude? You're fucking Sad Splinter.
Got some brain damage, my dude.
Probably dude, let me hear a concussion.
Go see a fucking doctor.
Yeah. Fuck.
Concussions, they can happen without you even knowing.
Yeah, and shit like that happens constantly.
You
Head
out
trauma
for a day.
Yeah. Or there's so many things that one's stupid.
So this one's called It Left a Mark.
Wait, hold on, let's scroll down. I'll scroll down once you get down.
Okay. One night, Hiraki Swords, I'm just going to say Swords for the name, and their then wife had the same dream. They dreamt that they were flying into a brightly lit gas station-like structure that ended in a wall. Another dream they shared was one where they were lying on a table in a room screaming, and he was watching her, unable to intervene. In the morning, they saw she had strange three-pronged marks in her thighs, almost as if she had been touched by a creature with 3 fingers on each hand. She later would tell him of a strange experience she had as a child, in which she was riding her bike in her village. Suddenly, the pedals stopped working. She saw a flash of light and looked up to see a strange creature, like a giant praying mantis wearing a robe. coming out of the forest. She regained consciousness several hours later with no idea what had happened. Strange things happen all the time in their household. Cell phones malfunction, and circuit breakers and light bulbs constantly need to be replaced. Eventually the two broke up. Now Swords lives in the States and is married to another woman and no longer experiences strange phenomena.
I don't know. I kind of believe this one more than I believe the rest of them.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't know, whatever happened.
There's obviously
the fact that just the way they explained it, them flying into a bright lit gas station like structure, it's like they saw something they didn't know what it was, and the best way they could describe it was gas station like structure.
Yeah.
So that's why I believe this one more. Just the way they described it. It's when they get in detail, because I just imagine it, you know, like the first time you see something you've never seen, you're gonna associate with
something else, something you're familiar with.
Yeah. I don't know. So that's why, I don't know, this one seems a little wild.
Kind of like the creature thing too. Like, she compares it to a giant praying mantis
Wearing a robe.
So I mean, obviously it's some sort of weird looking creature.
Yeah.
But that's like the closest thing she could think of.
Yeah.
Little chilly. No car. Wood stove is going strong. I know wood stoves are nice.
Yeah.
Remember over 10 years ago, there were people going legitimate coverage because they claimed to have a Sasquatch body in a large cooler.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The cooler, in fact, had a Sasquatch costume frozen in the cooler. I'm not a believer, so to speak, but I remember being disappointed nonetheless.
Yeah, that's how we are too.
Yeah, we're very... we love talking about Sasquatches and UFOs are different, but paranormal.
Just any of these, UFOs, aliens, ghosts, whatever. We love talking about it. That's our shit, bitch.
Yeah, it just sucks because I'm...
Skeptics.
Besides aliens, most of it's probably bullshit, sadly.
Yeah.
What up, Jarl?
How you doing, y'all?
How you doing?
It's been a minute. Been some time, my guy.
Where the fuck did the table go? We downsized to a little baby table.
Yeah, we made it
for
much
more room.
Yeah, we got much... It's more comfortable in here now.
Forrest can spread his legs if he needs to.
I can touch over here if I want. Yeah, look. See this? Look. And I can stand up and pee when I want without going, excuse me.
Can you watch out? I'm going to put my butt in your face.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
Catch his dick. Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more open for us.
Yeah, I like it.
So, yep, that's what it is. We got a little coffee table now.
That's good, Yarrow.
It's good you're doing alright, my guy. Okay, what else we got on the webs of wild stories? But yeah, it's just weird. The only weird thing, because like I was saying, my ex-girlfriend, she used to have constant reoccurring price sleep paralysis style dreams of where she would just see like aliens standing in her room or like large gray figures, and like her whole life, even as she was like as a little girl, and it was like once a month. But there was one time where she had one of her dreams that I also dreamt about seeing aliens, which was super fucking weird. Like it wasn't like the same. I just had a dream that it was about aliens, and I don't know. But yeah, that was the only weird one, because both of us that night had a dream about, like, being abducted, so I was like,
right.
Oh, fuck. And then I still have this fucking...
No, I remember that.
The triangle scar on my finger right there. And then that's, like, one of the top things. Have you been abducted? It's like, do you have a triangle-shaped scar on you somewhere? I was like, oh, fuck.
Was I abducted?
Yeah, and I don't know, I have, like, a scar behind my ear, too. Right. One of them. And I was like,
damn, what if you got...
I got implants?
I was gonna say, what if you got GPS tracker?
Maybe I'm a clone this whole time. Maybe I'm not me.
Damn, and that's why you can just drink so much? And you're just like a robot version of you?
I'm just pretending to be drunk. Okay.
Oh, before you continue, what I was going to say is, one of the things that kind of sucks with like sleep paralysis and things that we can't really explain is, you know, if you're super in, like for example, we're super into alien stuff.
Yeah.
And we hadn't, like, if one of us had sleep paralysis, we'd probably first associate it with aliens.
That's true.
And it kind of sucks because I think a lot of people associate these incidents with, like, some sort of UFO or paranormal thing because that's what they're into. Yeah. When in reality, it has a logical explanation behind it.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of it's sleep paralysis. The only thing with her is I don't know, just because she had, you know, since she was a little girl.
Yeah. If she's had sleep paralysis for that long, she needs to go.
Yeah. I don't remember we always wanted her to do a hypnotist.
Yeah,
and she wouldn't. Yeah. She's like, I don't want to know.
We need the answer. Yeah. Call her.
That'd be sweet. Have a hypnotist come over and
Yeah.
Put her under. And,
Damn, what if it's a scene from that one movie where she
The
starts
fourth guy.
levitating? Fuck that.
Bitch!
Power of Christ.
Start whomping on her with the Bible.
So Be Hard to Kill says, I grew up in southern Illinois in the middle of cornfield signs. Came out when I was in high school. At the time, there was absolutely no way that I wanted to see that movie. Jarl says, quit smoking weed so when I finish this 10-week electrical lineman technician course in the spring, I can get a job as quick as possible. Fucking 10 weeks for $70K a year, I'm down.
That's awesome.
Can I do 20 weeks to get $140K? Right?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, 10 weeks for $70K is hard to beat.
That's awesome.
I understand your interest in aliens. New Mexico, parts of Arizona, Utah. Yeah, that'd be a legitimate interest.
True.
Regional theory.
That makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a hot topic around here for sure. Especially with Dugway. And,
I just want to fucking believe so bad.
aliens makes the most sense, but
There's spooky stuff in the woods around here. I bet. Yeah, I don't know. My problem is when I see something. If I saw something like most obvious like proof there is, am I gonna believe it like weeks later? Because I'm probably gonna be like, did I see that? That's my fucking problem. It's
that's happened to me with the incident with me and my dad.
I could see an alien walk by and go, hello, and then walk away, and I'll be like, run out there and be like,
howdy, partner.
Am I losing my fucking mind? I'm seeing shit lately, but like,
You guys see my fucking ship? What?
Especially if I saw that, like, an alien walk in and say, like, it just fucking just. And then just walks away, and then, like, obviously you could see it too, but you didn't see it. That's when I check
You question yourself.
Yeah, but if you didn't see the obvious alien and I did, I'd be like, what the?
I've had to get reinsurance from my dad multiple times. I'm like, do you remember that? And he's like, of course. I'm like, did we really see shit? Like, were we just, like, going crazy?
I don't know. It's fucking, yeah. So many. The worst is, like, there's been a lot where things like, I don't know, just me kind of things.
With paranormal, too, especially, like, ghost related or...
Yeah, because, like, yeah, more than...
We're into it, but at the same time, we hear and see shit and we're like, oh, that was weird.
I think it has to be so fucking obvious, and I have it on video for me to
Yeah,
really...
me too. Same. Like, because we can hear as much shit as we want.
Unless we were sitting here... I don't know, even then, because we could make up excuses what we heard. Like, if we heard, like, a little girl, like, if this chair... I don't know, okay, if that chair moved, then I'd change my full fucking... But if it was, like, we're sitting here and then just... Hello, Daddy! And then I would be like...
Right.
Yeah, other than that, like, but if we just heard that, we'd be like, oh, you know...
Maybe there's people next door. And that's the problem, is, like, it's so hard to take anything for what it is, because... I don't know. So we've heard and seen some weird shit here.
Yeah,
but
not
all
for a while,
of it,
which is weird.
Yeah, not for a while. But all of it, like...
It's explainable.
Probably, yeah, it's explainable. It's not... Like, in the moment, we're like, oh, what the fuck?
That's weird, but, like...
When you sit down and think about it, like, oh, it could be this, it could be this, it could be that. It's just... I'm with you. I need something that... I need something that I don't see by myself... Because I need someone else to be there to co-sign on it.
Me too.
And I, like you said, if I have video or like you said, if it's 100% like, what the fuck?
Like if I were sitting here and this just comes up and goes, pow! And I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, that's fucking rude.
I'm like,
did you see that? Jarl says, like living in the swamps in the south near all these plantations and revolution battles, sites, there's hundreds and hundreds of ghost stories. Oh, I can only imagine. Lots of people died. Be Hard to Kill says it's either a passion with the possibility of aliens or some sort of logical understanding of extreme Mormons.
Maybe.
Probably a combination of both.
Yeah, so we've all experienced that gut feeling when something ain't right, though. There's got to be something to that. True. I have no idea, though. That's the hard part. I don't know. Be Hard to Kill says, I don't know how often you listen to podcasts, but NPR airs Spooked. The podcast episodes are not based on weirdo claims. It's pretty interesting and credulous. Easy credited.
Yeah.
I can't say your word. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen that one. I'm gonna have to check it out. Thanks for.
And that's the hardest part. The hardest part of paranormal and UFO related stuff when you're reading it is who's this person telling the story.
Yeah, it's like Coast to Coast AM. They let anyone tell these.
Right, and we've obviously heard a fuck ton of weird shit. You know, is this person credible? And is this person just telling the story, or are they doing it for views?
Yeah.
Because nowadays that's something you really have to look at, because so many people will do and say shit just for views. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it makes sense. I get it. You know, we've talked about doing shit for views, but
fuck yeah.
You know, it's I don't think neither of us really want to be that type of person. We may fuck around and make.
I'll do it if
shit.
I'm in character.
Yeah, if you're in character. If everyone can obviously realize that we're fucking around.
Yeah.
But
because I do characters, obviously, but like, yeah, if I'm obviously doing one of my characters telling a story, and I would try, like, yeah, NPRs definitely would be more credible than most of these people. But I don't know. If I was gonna do one of these stories, which I will, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you guys some stories sometime, but I'm gonna do it like obvious.
Yeah,
or am I not? We'll see.
Dun, dun, dun. And yeah, NPR definitely wouldn't be one that. Yeah, NPR is not going to try and pull a fast one on people just for views. They're already popular. They don't need to do that. But it's tough, though, because I feel like in a lot of circumstances, and even video's hard nowadays because of how fantastic people are at editing.
It's so rough. We're in a time period where video's not even good proof.
Yeah.
The one thing we had, video. And then we're like, easily. I've fucking seen Transformers. They're not really there, but they look there.
I mean, we have a video and a picture of something that looks oddly weird.
Yeah, for sure.
And I still don't think any of us really believe it's something.
I don't know, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah. I keep seeing pictures, which is weird. Like the one I showed you, I've seen 3 now. I gotta find them. That it's like traffic cams and people's pictures, and they are the same fucking thing that's in the picture. 100%. Like, at least the head part of it,
yeah,
it's the exact same thing. So, I don't know what it is. I got real quick, but we've got something. There's something there. I don't know.
I wish we had that original video to upload.
I need the video, though. I don't think Chandler has it anymore.
I went through. It would take me a while. I'll do it one of these nights. I went through and found the pictures that he sent me on Facebook.
Okay.
But I would have to go back to, like, because I've never deleted my Facebook, my original one.
Yeah.
So I have all the messages, but I'd have to find which one is a deleted account that has his old messages, and I might have the video on there. But I don't know where that's at.
Yeah. I might in my emails, too, but I just don't know which email either.
Yeah. Let's see. Everyone that stays... So this is Jarl. Everyone that stays here gets depressed. And if you sit out under the pecan trees where the plantation house used to be long enough, you get these really weird feelings of dread. Interesting. I mean, Jarl, that's an area where there was... horrible things happen, man. I believe in things via anecdotes that I find feasible. However, this is something that I do not want to be in tune with for myself. What do you mean you don't want to be in tune with for yourself? Like, you don't want to experience it? Or... Because, like, I've had one experience, and potentially two, with Forrest and our friend Chandler, who's been on, where we went to a place that is known, quotation marks, for being a high activity area for, UFO related stuff, and we may have something on video, and it's just tough because, like, we have it on video. I was there. I was fucking driving. I see the picture. I look at the picture often. I didn't see it with my eyes.
Yeah.
And we've drove back and we've been in that same exact spot, and like
nothing.
It wasn't bushes.
I really want to buy some sort of night vision.
Yeah.
I really just want to buy a video camera that does an IR filter on it that we can, use that like a fucking night vision, but
Right. Okay. Ralph says, and when I say everyone that stays here gets depressed, is that they have no history of severe depression, and then they sink deep down into after like a week, and as soon as they're gone for even a few hours, they're back to normal. Same thing happens to me when I leave. I just feel better once I'm gone. That's crazy.
That's wild, yeah.
I feel that has to be, in a sense, open to those sort of experiences. I don't want to experience those sort of things. That makes sense.
Yeah, perfect. I do, so bad.
And that's definitely what the paranormal Be Hard to Kill is. I'm open to those experiences, but I know that there's so many people out there in the world who say they've experienced ghosts and paranormal and, you know, seen these things and talked to these things and all that type of stuff. I still just don't buy it. And I think, and I'm not calling them liars, because I truly think that they believe they're having those experiences.
Yeah.
Kind of going along with what you're saying is they're so open to it and they want to believe so hard that that's immediately what they think's going on.
Yeah.
So they turn this experience, which could 100% have logical reason, into an experience that's paranormal.
Yeah, because I've heard lots of stories, like...
We've had people come on and tell stories.
I mean, like, ones that are, like, really sound true. Like,
yeah.
For example, I've told you about the, Brock's, the electrician that was working on their warehouse, and, like it's his story, and obviously I don't know him. But that he said he watched a dude walk clear as day up there, and then he thought it was him so much that he's like, hey, instead of his dad's name, and then went up there, and then no one was there. And then, like, for example, like my dad that cleaned the mortuary, when he walked into the casket room and the light shade was just spinning.
Right.
Like, obviously my dad's not going to make that up. It could be many things, but, like... And then when he heard the light bulb break, like an actual light bulb in the bathroom, when he went in and it was across the room broken.
Right.
Which is weird, but still, like... there's so many things. I don't know. I don't have a good enough experience myself to believe it. And I've tried so fucking many times.
Right.
I've provoked.
And that's the thing is, like, maybe that's where we falter on our stuff, is maybe we try so hard that if there really is something, they avoid people like us. I don't know.
Or we just don't believe it so much that weird stuff could be happening to us, and we're just brushing it off as nothing.
That's possible too.
Yeah, who knows? But hey, Crystal.
Oh, hello. Yeah, exactly. Be hard to kill. I believe that they are being honest. Like, people are being honest about what they saw too. Yeah. I think it's just.
Yeah, for sure. I believe they're being honest too. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's
just
that I haven't had it myself, and maybe I have, and I've just fucking brushed it off, like I said. But who knows? Who fucking knows? That's all I gotta say. Someday, I'll come on here and be like,
100%.
Fuck, there's something above us, but who knows? Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing, is we try and we haven't been successful yet.
I'm open to it too. It's not like I'm not against the idea. Like, I want to believe. That's my thing. I fucking want there to be ghosts so bad. Like, man, aliens, I won't deny. I believe in those for sure. I think they're here. Yeah. That's my one thing though. Bigfoots, nah. There's probably some weird creatures I don't know about, but
sure.
We'd have to find them out. Maybe we'll start doing once a week. We could do Mondays like we're doing now, or something. Cryptid episodes where we talk about different...
I'm always down to just read stories and shit, too.
Oh, yeah, shit. While we're on this... Because you remind me, I wanted to, talk about space stuff. Since we're on aliens and ghosts and stuff, I saw something kind of cool on Reddit today. I think. Hopefully I bookmarked it. About something space-like.
That's a good point. Be hard to kill. He says also there are all sorts of things we can't quantify with our current medical and physical or physics-based technology. Exactly. Sure. I mean, we are such an early stage of what we understand about everything. We think we know a lot, but we really don't.
So yeah, what I was gonna say, I know we're jumping off topic here a little bit, but I want to talk about space stuff. We're on aliens and shit. The Voyager 2 just left our solar system.
Yeah, I was reading that today.
The weird thing is, the Voyager 2 was sent before the Voyager 1, but the way it was sent, it's going slower. So the Voyager 1 went into interstellar space like 2 years or 3 years ago.
Right.
And yeah, but everyone was talking like, I hate that they sent the Voyager 2 before they sent the Voyager 1.
Right.
It's the same, they're twin satellite things, but yeah, Voyager 2 just left our solar system, so it's pretty cool.
Wonder what they're gonna do. Like, what's the point of them? Do they have?
Voyager 1 is the one. I think he worked on both the Voyager projects, but the Voyager 1 has the golden record on it.
Right.
That has music at the time it was sent out, so it would be nothing what it's like now. It has mathematical equations, just all sorts of stuff about just human life on Earth.
Right.
And it's just it's constantly sending out a signal,
Right.
playing the golden record, and
What's on Voyager 2 then?
Similar thing.
Similar thing.
Yeah, they're the same thing, pretty much.
That's what I thought, because I thought it was a.
They're
thing.
both their point is to find, to keep going, maybe find life is what the point of them is, and yeah, like when the Voyager 1, when it was right about to leave our solar system, they turned it. I can't remember how, but they turned it around and took one last picture, that famous picture of the solar system, and Earth is just a tiny little speck. Yeah.
I wish our past celestial voyagers had the same significance and interest to unite humanity like the NASA space program.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. If only, right?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. That's cool though. That.
We're
Yeah.
finally at a
Maybe
point.
I don't know. Voyager 1's pretty far out there. Voyager 2, obviously just barely left our solar system, but it's pretty cool. NASA in the 60s, right? So by the time, let's say something does pick up the Voyager, either one of them, and it's gonna be like, obviously already it's almost 60 years in the future from when they were sent. So like, life on Earth is gonna be so much different. So it could be hundreds of years, but like if it got picked up, so let's say
Right.
life eventually finds this thing, which, I mean, statistically it's more plausible than not, but like, just a chance of life in the future, as long as things keep going forever. I'm not saying there's life right now. I do believe there is, but like, at some point, if life comes about again and the Voyagers are still just floating out there,
Coasting by.
life on Earth is gonna be so much different than when we sent those.
Think how exciting.
NASA in the 60s. The crazy thing is, though, we may be getting some cool space-like stuff like that, because the reason we had NASA in the 60s and why our space program was so good is because of the Cold War with Russia. And so, like now Russia is going back to the moon again, because they're saying they're going to prove to see if Americans actually went there.
Right.
They said, we're about to tell you if Americans were lying or not. So that could promote way more stuff for America to boost their space program.
Absolutely.
I mean, we got fucking SpaceX, Elon Musk doing stuff, but...
And then Bezos is doing his things.
So, maybe now that Russia... That's the main reason we did it in the first place, to be with Russia. So, if we're competing with Russia again, then maybe we'll start really fucking... Maybe we'll go back to the moon ourselves.
Right.
And, like, if we ever did go in the first place.
Would it make you sad if they somehow... I mean, this is 100% hypothetical, because I don't know how they would do it, but if we found out we are the only life in the whole universe?
If we somehow proved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That made me sad, too.
Because it'd be pointless. That'd even be more minuscule than I ever thought I was.
Right.
I don't know. It'd be really hard, but yeah, it would be...
Because then I would just kind of be sitting here like, well...
Maybe
even
God's real.
Right.
Okay, no, I don't know.
Jesus? Maybe there's even less of a point, like you said. Like, 'cause I don't... That's the thing, is even if we did find these other civilizations and they're even same advanced or further advanced than us, that doesn't really change a whole lot for me, personally.
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously, like, my main things would be like, oh my god, what are they doing? What have they done? What's going on with them? What do they want to achieve? Like, all these questions and stuff. But for me, it's not going to change my day-to-day life.
That's true.
Unless we can go or they can come.
Yeah.
If, I think it would change a lot of other people's day-to-day life.
Oh, for sure.
I think it would shock them, but I think we missed a good thing here.
Yeah. Jarl's... I'll read in a sec. I was reading them, but...
Be Hard to Kill says, it's silly it sounds Star Trek offered a great story of planetary unification. First contact with the Vulcans because they were... Damn. There we go. The Vulcans, because they were such a honorable and remarkable species, they created a great role model for the human species.
God damn right.
And then Jarl says, I still think there's a fairly high probability that we're just early, like when you think about it in the context of just Earth. There's been so many extinction events. We're lucky we're still a species. Imagine the likelihood of other species surviving and evolving far enough to make it as far as space-faring species. It's astronomically amazing that we made it this far.
Yeah,
let
that's
alone multitude of species.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't know. I don't think we're the first, though. I'm not saying that. I mean, I believe we are, but I still think, even if we aren't in contact with aliens, I don't think we're the first, to be honest. Like, maybe to say, I don't know, maybe a long time ago there was other races and species or something, on other planets. But to say we're the first, that's tough. I don't know. It's possible, for sure. But to say that there will and never, or saying that we will be the only species forever, or, the only planet with life forever, or that has or hasn't happened yet, it's fucking crazy to say. Just the fucking chance, there's infinite is way too much for infinite as far as we know to be, the only life that is and ever will be. Yeah, I know what you mean, Jarl. I agree with you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there could be other humanoids developing right now, and we don't even know it. Like,
oh yeah, definitely.
There could be people in species, I guess, aliens. There could be things that are right now in like pretty much our caveman era,
Absolutely.
Out there, and obviously they're not gonna, thousands of years before they get to those. They found 250 million year old, which is fucking wild. Carbon fucking, or just footprints in rocks, just saved their like man feet print, 250 million years old. And
damn, what if we found the caveman things, and then it's the start of the 2001 Space Odyssey book where they find the cavemen find obelisks. We go send like obelisks to them, and then they study them, and that's how they become conscious thoughts. Yeah. Damn, we're the fucking
it's us
starters. Does that make us gods?
Kind of. Do you know what's funny? So, did you ever watch all the Rick and Mortys?
Yeah.
No, because obviously I just barely started finishing them because it was too much AIDS for me for a long time.
Right.
But the funniest is one where, what is it, The Signal? Is that the one with Jodie LaFoster or whatever?
Yeah.
Where she finds a signal and then she goes in the machine.
Right.
But then they did that in it, and they just like, bring the girl and a guy about 5'4".
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny, cool little thing they did. That movie's really good though.
2001 Space Odyssey?
No, The Signal, whatever, has Matthew McConaughey in it too.
Yeah.
That one's really good too, obviously.
Yeah, that one, well, that's an okay movie. It's kind of fucking boring.
Yeah, but it's like...
That's a classic.
It's the OG fucking space movie.
Yeah. Stanley Kubrick's first
I
movie.
mean, I understand for its time. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
And the reason we say it's boring is, what we got now.
Well, it's just... Yeah,
what
it's
I like about it
story.
is... Yeah, that's why Neil deGrasse Tyson loves it, though. He's like, it's because it was kind of boring and they just put in real space stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, obviously exaggerated some stuff, like how fast the space station spun, because they wanted to make, artificial gravity seem obvious. You could see it, because it'd have to spin way too slow, but yeah. Jarl says, we're extremely xenophobic amongst our own kind. We commit genocide against technologically inferior groups of our own kind. Imagine how we'd react to actual xenos, let alone how they'd treat us. You're very right.
Yeah, humans are pretty gross.
Yeah.
And not the majority of humans, I don't think.
I don't know. I think it's human nature. That's what old wheelchair boy was his name.
Oh,
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking, that's his big thing. He's like, if any other species is remotely like humans, they're here to invade and conquer. They said that's the only thing humans have done for all of history to this less advanced races. Like, that's all human nature has ever been for always, is to move less technologically advanced people, wipe them out.
True.
So he said if they're anything like humans, we're screwed.
Do you think the majority of humans now on the planet still hold that fact, or do you think people are becoming...
I think so. I think not like maybe up front, but I think once it comes down to survival, I think it's just biological, like animals. We're just fucking animals.
Yeah.
So I think it just, kind
of
of
animals who can talk.
Yeah, exactly. Like fucking...
I guess it's true because you see that with like people who have families and stuff, like they're perfectly normal until one of their kids is at harm or whatever, and then they flip that switch and it's like kill or be killed.
Props Stephen Hawking. Yeah.
Shout outs to Stephen Hawking.
Rest in peace.
Pour one out for the dead homies.
Don't want to waste the Jim Beam. We got a little bit left.
I doubt any species exploring the galaxy would have any interest in peace unless they met fierce enough resistance. The entire purpose of expanding into space would be resources.
Exactly. That's the only reason we want to go to fucking Mars, to fucking populate Mars.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. That's what... Who is it? One of the monks or something talks about that. He said a content species will not need to further... Who was it? I don't know. Someone... I'm quoting someone, kind of rough quoting them. But he said, we wouldn't be alive if it weren't for our need to further expand. And they said that's why there will always be war, even if in the future, maybe it's already happened, maybe we're fucking products of an alien race, but like, we're gonna go to war with ourselves forever and always. If we're the only ones, then it's always gonna be property, maybe Mars will be fighting one of the fucking moons on the other planets, like, war, always for fucking land.
So, and then Be Hard to Kill says, and then there's the thought, micronism? Is that what that is?
Microcosm.
Cosm? To microcosm, the microcosm. Look how we think about ants or amoeba versus through... These are words that I can't pronounce, I'm sorry.
Inorganic.
Oh, yeah. Through inorganic or something we struggle to understand and stay in front of. That's a very good point.
Yeah. They're purely explorers.
I think that's the tough point, too, because if you think about it, I think curiosity and explorers are going to be the ones that go out first, who will want peaceful.
Yeah.
But then it will be governments and
for
structure
sure.
and
Want
business that want control.
For sure. I feel like that'd be a long-lived small population race with no need for conquest. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, for sure. Just human nature, I think. I think it's above our control.
Think how funny... I mean, this isn't funny, but just think how people would react if, like, we find out that there's a place that's, like, very similar to Earth, and they're very similar to us, where they've made all the same mistakes. Like, let's say they have polluted their planet.
Mars.
Well, no. Pretty much. But they've polluted their planet, and they've made all these same mistakes, and now they're in a position where they're on a ticking time bomb where their planet's just going to be uninhabitable. And now they want to come to Earth.
Yeah.
Because they could live here. Think how fucking ridiculous people would act here.
True.
And is it to blame?
We'd have to put up a space wall.
You'd have to build a space wall.
For goddamn space immigrants.
People wouldn't want these foreigners
we don't have
coming
room
to the
for
planet.
them.
We don't have room for them, but then it's exactly what we're talking about. It's the same ideas over and over, just different species.
Yeah.
It's back to, well, why would we let them in?
Yeah.
Instead of thinking, well, maybe we can learn a lot from them if they're here.
Fuck them.
It's true. That's what most people think. I
don't know. I think we need some sort of... We need to team up and get some other land.
Right.
We need common ground.
I don't even think I'd want for control. We're a relatively short-lived species, and we reproduce rather rapidly. The more planets we colonize, the more people we have, the more resources we need, the more we conquer. Yeah, it's a never-ending... We're a disease. That's exactly what diseases do.
that control assigns human characteristics to alien species. In theory, author species could be altruistic. Yeah, true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But if we come in contact with a species that's looking for us, then that means they're kind of similar to humans, right? Because that means they have the same mentality and mindset as us to further explore and go out. Maybe they're just explorers, not, you know.
But here's an interesting thought. Curiosity is something that almost every species has, right?
Yeah.
From
Curiosity killed the little fucking cat.
It did. From every animal to us, like, curiosity is, like, almost everything has curiosity one way or the other.
Yeah.
So I think it would be, like, speculating. I think we could positively speculate that different species on different planets would also have curiosity, which means they would be doing similar things to us.
Yeah.
You know, what's the biggest thing that's out there in the world? Space. Like, nothing is more vast and unexplored than space. And there's, even if it's a small minority, there's got to be other people looking up, thinking what's out there. Unless it's all just us.
Yeah. That control. That's true, but we have to confront to prepare for what we know can exist, and we know warmongering, not necessarily exploration, can easily coincide with altruism. Yeah, true. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they're just explorers, but still, I think, so you know, this is my theory. Any species that's desire to thrive will always strive to be on the top. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. If they're anything like humans, we're fucked. Not fucked necessarily, but the reason they're here is...
I would just hope that they're more woke.
Control, baby.
I would hope that they're more woke than us.
More woke, for sure.
They show up and they're like, oh, these silly people are living... They look like them. They're like 2,000 years ago us. They're still
fucking
worried about
idiots.
this stuff.
Fucking little dummies. You want to end it soon? It's been a pretty good one.
Yeah, I'm down.
Whenever...
We can end it now.
Okay, yeah, guys, we've been doing some good talkings. Thanks for everyone still here. Jarl, be hard to kill. You guys are fucking awesome. We appreciate it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream games tonight. I'm probably gonna game though, for sure. Yeah, if you guys want to come back Wednesday, we can talk about some more aliens then. We can do a fucking whole alien podcast or something.
Yeah.
But regardless, come back Wednesday, the same time, and we will chitty chat with you guys. Everyone else listening later, we're going to do our classic outro just to fucking promote our other pages. So everyone that still hangs out and listens, we appreciate it. But yeah, everyone have a good night. If we stream, we'll just be on this channel. If you have our alerts turned on, we'll be back. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Jarl, and Be Hard to Kill. But yeah, here's our outro. So later, guys.
What in tar nation, an outro?
Hey, partners.
Thanks for watching the episode. I'm sure that we were... stupid and silly and funny, and you love us. I'm glad you made it to the end. We want to show you the other stuff we got going on in our world. If you scroll down on our Twitch right now, you'll find our About Me, what's going on the podcast, different things like that. We have our links to everything down here. If you want to donate, you can. You don't have to. It helps us out. Here's our schedule for the next upcoming little while. There are streams that come in every once in a while that aren't on the schedule. Mm-hmm. Our Patreon is one thing that we are trying to take off. We really enjoy Patreon as a service, and they let us do whatever we want. So when you click on this Patreon link that you scroll down below, it will take you over to our page, and this is where you can find some exclusive content that you can't find anywhere else right now. It's not on YouTube. It's not anywhere else. We have a couple podcasts that are privated, just for certain reasons. Got a little too rowdy for YouTube. We also have a couple exclusives, which are pretty raunchy, especially our classic XXL BBW and Chlamydia, a Forest and West story. The OG story. If you haven't heard that story or haven't heard anyone reference that story, now's the time.
It's only $1.
It's $1. It helps us a lot, and we also have some deals going on. If you want to up the buck a little bit, we'll give you shout outs. You know, we want to help each other out. Obviously, the other big thing is YouTube. Everyone knows what YouTube is. All of our podcasts, some of our old gaming can be found here. Our new exclusive Bible Boys just went up on Patreon. And also Spooky Boy Things is up on YouTube. Make sure to check those out. Yeah, we got lots of old gaming, Layers of Fear, Outlast, some of the classics. Watch Forrest get jump scared. And then for some of the new age stuff, we're on Spotify. Everything's on Spotify. And of course iTunes. We have everything uploaded to iTunes. The only other one that we don't have pulled up is Podbean, but Podbean links to all this, so go check it out. Go follow us. Our Twitter is down below on the Twitch as well. Instagram's on there. Facebook is on there. We reply to everyone's messages.
And also on iTunes, don't forget to give us that 5-star rating. If you like what we do, we'd really appreciate it.
And just remember, the more that you guys help us out, the bigger we get. Of course, the more we're going to help all you out, so... throw us a bone. You know what I'm saying?
Really motherfucking appreciate it, but yeah.
Thanks for watching the episode. We love you guys. Have a good one.
See you guys later. Dad.